G'day everyone and welcome to Baggers Unfiltered 26. I'm your host Henry and you are.
Louis from Carlton Flaggers and the Perth Blue Baggers pod.
And today we are doing a little bit of a preview. Collingwood this week, Thursday night, doesn't get much bigger. It's a must win.
Mm.
And I'm going to start off this episode with a bang. I'm saying we win this weekend. I said it last week and I probably said it the week before, but I didn't actually mean it. Well, I did the week before. I thought we were going to beat North by a lot more than what we did. We didn't actually. We didn't even
Mm-hmm.
beat North, so there you go. This is the week. This is the week to
Yeah.
reply. I think I'm almost certain we win. We win this weekend. We absolutely have to. It is a do or die. It's a must win, and Michael Voss's job is probably 150% on the line. Don't win. A lot can be kissed goodbye.
For sure. Yeah. Um, I mean, luckily for us, they're coming in with a bit of bad form, which gives us a bit of hope. If they came in at 4-1 or something like that, what are they now? Like 3-2 or 2-3, something like that.
They are two and yeah, they're 2-3, 2-3 at the moment, so they're not
Yeah,
much better than us.
and they're having some significant ball movement problems and forward line efficiency. Uh, they lack the
And
forward
that's
line
cool.
depth, which is good to see. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm sick of tired. It's been 2 years of no wins against Collingwood, so it's about
It's
bloody
been pretty
time
bad.
that we capitalise. Uh, but we do need the win, of course. Although the season feels like it's over already. Um, yeah, essentially against our arch enemies, of course you want to slaughter them. You want to slaughter the filth.
You absolutely have to this week. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
if we don't find a way to be able to get up here, I don't know. I don't know what happens. You have Patrick Cripps already coming out and saying that there's no better feeling than beating Collingwood. We haven't done it in 2 years. He would know what the feeling is like. Knuckle down, head up, head down, bum up. That's the one. And yeah, I feel like it could easily swing Carlton's direction. It could either be a massive blowout win to Carlton, or it could be a 10-point win to Collingwood after Carlton leading by 50 at halftime.
We shall see. But, either way, I have significant concerns if we happen to be up at three-quarter time, or there will just be a 2022 repeat. Like last
Oh
week, I
no,
prefer to be
1-2.
behind and then try and chase them down. Remember how close we got in 2024, the second game?
That
That
was,
was
yeah, I
tricky
do
to take
remember that,
away.
and that was when that. No, last year was the one where Mitch McGovern decided to put the ball 15 rows back.
No, that was the year
Or
before.
was that 2024?
Yes.
Shit, that's gone quick.
Hmm. So there was another close-ish game last year in the first game, but then the second game they absolutely blew us to bits. We were not culturally sound at that point in time. So yeah, that's certainly an issue there. And the win-loss record is very much in their favour, so we would want to try and get back at them too. And nothing should motivate them more than beating the old enemy.
100%, Louis. 100%. Sorry, I got my camera off, guys. I am currently trying to write something, and I don't want you just seeing my blank old hair because it's not a very good look.
Fair enough. I'll go into a little bit of stuff on what I want to see, right? So obviously you need the four-quarter game style sort of thing. We want to implement it over the four quarters. I know we say it every time, and it will apply to every team, but for Carlton, it certainly means something because we lack that ability to maintain consistency across those four quarters. So therefore, we need to keep reinforcing it in the hope that they see these things. So no drop off after a good quarter. Sustain the pressure and intensity, the game plan. the movement, the efficiency, if we can maximise that.
Everything.
Pardon?
Just about everything.
Yep.
Just like what I put on the Kent post. He's terrible at marking, tackling, kicking, and heading.
That was a little timer. And then obviously need a bit of a midfield response too. So can Cripps, Walsh, and co hold up for the full game rather than just that one quarter, as we've been saying? Boy, they looked brilliant when in that first quarter. It was great to see. So I'm hoping that comes, and I hope that Voss learns from 2 past failures in the last 2 weeks on midfield rotations. Mixes it up a little, and also doesn't keep Cripps off the bench to start off a quarter. Of course, they need rotations, but be smart and do some homework. So they need in-game adjustments as well. Do their coaches are going to react quicker when momentum shifts? That's certainly a need. So we need flexibility in those centre bounce attendances and matchups, because that's something we banged on about last week. I was absolutely gobsmacked by the lack of preparation some of these opposition players get. So we know that Jamie Elliott always kicks a few on us. Dacos, are they going to try to address him? I don't know. We don't really have a tagger anymore. So that's something for them to work out. They should be in that position and intelligent enough to make those decisions on their own as well. Defensive structure. So Wheaters will come back, but hopefully there's less exposure on the turnover. That was a significant issue last week. And can we hold up under sustained pressure if the midfielders let us down? And that's almost certainly going to happen with Carlton. Composure when challenged, essentially. How do we respond when Collingwood get a run on? So essentially, control the tempo, try and hit back at them. We've played these games before against Collingwood so many times. Surely you've learned about how this team comes back to respond. And then, of course, forward efficiency. So make inside 50s count, better connection going inside. That was a significant issue last week as well in the third quarter, when we could have closed down the margin a bit more. But we didn't. That's all I've got to say about the game plan wise.
Well, yeah, you basically nailed it on the coffin. But I'm saying right now, if we play the exact same way we did for the first 2 quarters last week, and then if the rain doesn't piss down, then we probably win that quarter as well. All of a sudden, you've got 3 strong quarters, and all you need to do is just play one more, and you've probably run over the top of them. So, what I noticed with Collingwood is that when they're down in the dumps, like when they've scored 2 quick ones on them, they're like us, 2 quick ones, bang, it's gone. Gav's gone straight in front of them. It's like probably it's 5 to 6 goals on top of them, and they're not coming back. So they're very reliant on 2 players in Dacos and 3 players, Dacos, and Pendlebury. So look, there's probably no shutting down Nick Dacos, but you could probably shut down a 40-year-old fart.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Pendles is obviously an absolute legend of the game, and I am not saying that he's not going to probably go and tear us apart. He probably will. But the other Dacos, I think, is a pretty easy one that you could shut down. I think if you can get a very good tagger on him, I think he's one to keep an eye on. I also think that I just think we're going to win. I think we're going to win. The community's going to be up and about. It's going to be a handy week. It's going to be a week with no Carlton news, which would be a first this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a week of getting Collingwood hated on. I feel like it's going to be a good week this week. I hope I can just go into a weekend with having no struggles at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's good if the off-field issues are quietened down a bit too. That helps with the player performance. What else? I'll tell you what, a win against this mob could really string things together. And imagine if it was a good second half performance. I know I keep saying, oh, they just need a bit of confidence, but it truly do. It's like I said, it's a mental thing. As well, a little bit of exposure on the outside and around in the head there to try and clamp on that. I'm telling you, a win could really galvanize the group and the fan base together. We would not be we would not stop talking about it, even if we finish 16th all year. One win, even if it's a bad second half performance or somehow get over, I'd still be happy enough with it. Because I hate.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the thing. This is the thing, Louis. If you can get a win this week against Collingwood, against the arch rivals that we hate with a passion, I hope that they go and lose every game from now on. And then you go over to Freo, who's always a good game, and we always seem to be able to, run over the top of them. And then all of a sudden, you've got St Kilda, and you'll want to beat them. You'll want to beat the shit out of them. Hang on. 3 wins on the trot. Carlton are looking good. Carlton are looking like a proper team at the moment. Hang on, you go to round 9. Brisbane, challenge them. Bang. And all of a sudden, you win 3 out of them games, and this starts to become a little bit more energetic. People start watching, and all of a sudden, Carlton are a really good team again. It doesn't take much. Sure. It takes one solid win against one quality opposition that you despise of. Then you go and win a close one at Optus, and then you beat 2 bastards that left your club last year. And then all of a sudden you got a challenge against Brisbane at the Gabba, which we scraped over in opening round with barely any players. And we can do it again. I'm just saying, the win this week, as you said, galvanises the whole fan base. It lifts everything. I'm telling you, we win this week.
And I know it's very generic to say point to prove, blah, blah, blah. It's a point to prove because there's such a need for it, right? Never has there been more of a time to try and unite the fan base, and they want to. I know there's all actions, but if they really mean it, it's time to put some actions in and win this game. And boy, I would love it if we do. Changes.
100%.
What changes, I mean, for the game? We've got Weitering, Lord, who are going to be available this week. This is filmed on the Monday, so we don't have injury news yet, but I'm assuming they'd be fine. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Who would they take out? Or is Harry Dean going to be available now too?
Dean is available, and I suspect he would come in.
Yep.
So I'd say Dean, Waiters, and Lord would all be available. Maybe one in Lord might be a test. I'd say you'd suspect 3 changes this weekend. But what them changes would be, though, that becomes a little bit more controversial. So I'd say Dean will come in for probably Dirksen.
Yeah, I would say so.
Unfortunately, my beautiful Dirk. And Waiters will come in for literally anyone. And that doesn't matter. And then Lord, that's the one where you think, hang on, shit. So we've got Hewitt out, we've got Lord out, and how are we gonna really move these changes around? Oh, Bossy boy.
Maybe someone like, I don't know, Williams.
I have that feeling that I think Voss is going to do Carroll dirty. I think he's going to drop him. I think Voss will do it, or he'll drop a big name. I think he might drop
Matt Carroll. No,
you can't drop him. But I've seen it happen before where he's had 2. But he hasn't had a quiet week. He's been amazing, but he's had probably 2 a little bit quieter than usual, and Vossi won't let it let it go by. So I don't know who comes in this week. It's going to be a controversial one, and it's probably worth doing a post on Instagram.
Yeah, it's up to them to make the executive calls, basically. Like I said earlier and a few minutes ago, really, we shouldn't be suggesting what they do. It's up to them. They're the ones in the position of power
Exactly.
who should know what to do with such training and whatever. Place our trust back into them if they make some good calls this week. Nothing's. Hudson O'Keefe has got to go. There's one. That was
Yeah. So yeah. Hock will go Hock will go and Reddy will come in.
If they want to go for that too.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then, that's the rest is tricky. That midfield battle is going to be tricky. I think Lord might actually have to miss out this week if Hewitt is going to come back in. But I don't want that to happen because Lord is just a gun.
Hewitt might need some VFL times still because they stupid AFL or VFL whoever decided that there would be a bye round.
Oh, right when we needed the VFL to be on.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's dumb.
Who knows, man? It's definitely worth doing a post on. So there we go.
For sure. And then I want to bring up a little issue with midfield rotations. I briefly touched on it, but maybe someone like Jagger Smith has been underutilized recently. I don't know whether it's a management thing or purely trying to build him into the game and protect him. But against Adelaide, he only played 30%. Now, this is courtesy to only Carlton Tush, our good mate. Against Adelaide, 30% centre bounce attendances, and he only had 19 disposals, 58 efficiency. Against North Melbourne, 23% centre bounce attendances, only the 17 disposals, and now it's decided not to load, which is great. Anyway, 32 but then when we shift to 65% centre bounce attendances, he's got 32 disposals. That was against Richmond. 52% centre bounce attendances, 20 disposals against Melbourne. I don't know what Sydney is, but that's okay. See, there's a bit of a link. We've got enough data over the last 5 rounds to say that he performs better when he's got more midfield time. So that's something that they'll have to watch for and manage, I guess. And I hope to see an improvement in that regard.
Yeah. Let's get into some predictions. I don't know if you got any ready.
I don't, but I'll go off the cuff.
You're on. Go.
You could always bet on a good Sam Walsh game, probably. I think they'll learn from the Jagger mistake and give him some more centre bounce attendances, and he'll get another 30-odd, which would be good after a few little lean weeks. So maybe Jagger best on ground is 10 full coaches' votes, maybe. I think Gov seems to be in some really good form, so I'm going to say the Govan will kick 4 goals. 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half. Consistent all round.
Is that your predictions?
Yes. How many? We win by. Carlton wins by. It's always a close one. It's going to be a close one if we do win. Probably 4 points. 4 points.
4 points. 4-point Carlton win. A tight one.
Manifest the delusion.
Oh. You know what? I've gone big. Man.
Okay.
Well, it's not really big, but it'd be our biggest win for the year. I've gone Blues by 17.
Okay.
Ainsworth and Mackay combined for 8 goals. Did you get that one, Louis?
Sorry, Harry Mackay and Gov combined 8
Ben
goals?
Ainsworth,
okay. Yep, Ainsworth.
Ainsworth and Mackay combined for 8. I think he's on for a big game. If he can get that first quarter exactly the same as last week and then carry that through for the next 3, that would be ideal. As you said, you can always rely on Walsh. I've got Walsh for a 40 bomb. And this one's rogue, but I like throwing rogue predictions in there. Harry Dean and Lewis Young to score goals.
Okie dokie. Whatever floats your boat.
100%. Righto. Thanks everyone for listening. I hope you have enjoyed. That's all we've got. I just got that feeling, Louis. I just have that feeling we're gonna get up this week.
Manifested delusion. Indeed.
True. Just could get clipped and I could be in a lot of trouble. That's right.
And then make sure you share your predictions in the comments. Why not? Give us a little bit of something. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Carlton Blues 27 for him, and Carlton Flaggers 2026 for me, and Perth Blue Baggers pod. So yeah, catch you soon. We'll be straight on to reviewing it next weekend, no doubt.
Righto.